Hi students, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Commerce with Namita. In today's session, we will learn how to calculate simple interest in MS Excel. Plus, we are going to study the formula to calculate simple interest in Excel. So, without wasting time, let's start the session. First, we need to understand what is simple interest. So, simple interest is a technique which is used to calculate the proportion of interest paid on a sum over a set period of time at a set rate. So what is simple interest? Simple interest is nothing but a technique which is used to calculate the proportion of interest paid over a sum for a specific time period and at a specific rate of interest. So simple interest is a method of calculating the interest amount for principal amount of money. So here there is a formula to calculate simple interest, that is P into R into N divided by 100. Now P stands for the principal, R stands for rate of interest, N stands for number of years and divided by 100. Now this is the example. See, Mr. A has invested an amount of rupees 15,000 at an interest rate of 15% for 2 years. Okay, so we need to calculate his simple interest, means how much interest Mr. A is going to get on his investment amount after 2 years. Now see here, Mr. A has invested an amount of 15,000. So this 15,000 is principal. And at what rate he has invested? That is 5%. And for how many years he has invested 15,000? 2 years. So to calculate simple interest, formula is what? P into R into N divided by 100. Now P is what? The invested amount, that is the principal. So simple interest is equals to 15,000 multiply by P stands for what? Principal. So Mr. A has invested 15,000. So 15,000 is the principal amount. Rate is what? 5% multiply by N. For how many years? 2 years. 2 years divided by 100 is equals to, so total rate interest, simple interest is how much? 1500, 1500. So Mr. A, who has invested 15,000 for 2 years at 5% per annum, so his simple interest is 1500, 1500. That means after 2 years Mr. A will get his principal amount, that is 15,000, plus he is going to get 1500 also as his interest. So total after 2 years Mr. A will receive 16,500, okay, on his investment account. So in this way you can calculate simple interest on the investment, or for example the loan which is borrowed from the bank, like that. Okay, so this is the meaning of simple interest. Now we will calculate simple interest in Excel. So now how to calculate simple interest in the Excel, MS Excel. So see here, to calculate simple interest in Excel, the formula is principal into rate of interest. Now by now, till now you have understood what do you mean by principal. Principal is the amount which is invested, or the initial amount which is borrowed from the other person. And at what rate the principal amount is borrowed, that is called as rate of interest. And for how many years the principal amount has been taken or has been invested, that is number of years, and divided by 100. Now for example, the same example which we solved in the word file. Now we will solve this example in the Excel. That is what Mr. A has invested an amount of rupees 15,000 at an interest rate of 5% for 2 years. Find the simple interest. Okay. Now principal is what? 15,000, right? 15,000. What is the rate of interest? 5%. Years? 2 years. Okay. Now, how to calculate simple interest? Type is equals to, put the bracket, then select principal, then multiplication sign, then rate of interest, multiply by number of years and divided by 100. Close the bracket and press enter. So 1500 is the simple interest. Now the same example we can solve it by another method in Excel. Okay, like simple interest, principal amount is 15,000. Okay, now rate of interest is what? 5%. Now I am in front of 5, I am typing 5% sign. Okay, here is how much? 2 years. Now see how you will calculate simple interest. If the rate of interest sign in front of rate of interest we are putting percentage sign. So is equals to bracket, select principal, multiplication sign, rate of interest, multiplication sign, number of years, close the bracket and press enter. So see here you will get the simple interest 1500 only. Only the difference is what? Here in this first method I have used what? Is equals to principal multiply with rate of interest, multiply by 2 years and divided by 100. Here I am not using the division sign. Why? Because in front of rate of interest I have put percentage sign. So it is automatically, Excel is taking automatically the formula. Okay. Now the second method, or you can say the next example is what? To calculate simple interest when time is in the month. Okay. Now in this first example, the number of years means the time duration was 2 years. Okay, it was given for years. Suppose if we want to calculate simple interest when the time period for that investment is given in the month. So how you will calculate? Principal amount is 15,000. Rate of interest is 5%. And what is the duration? 26 months. Okay, 26 months. So is equals to bracket, select 15,000, multiplication sign, rate of interest, multiplication sign. Then number months is how much? 26 month. Okay. Now as this rate of interest is for per annum, that is for year. So in 1 year there are 12 months. Okay. So divided by 12, close the bracket, press enter. So for 26 months, the simple interest is 1,625 rupees. Okay, so this is the calculation for simple interest when the duration of that investment amount is given in the month. Next, we'll try to calculate simple interest when the time, the duration is in days. So principal amount is 15,000, rate of interest is 5% and days is 100 days. So let's calculate simple interest for this example. So is equals to bracket, select principal into rate of interest into 100. Now in 1 year, now this 5% interest is for what? For the entire year, that is per annum for 1 year for this thing. So now for 100 days, okay, in entire 1 year there are total 365 days. We have to calculate the simple interest for 100 days. So here you will divide it by 365 days, bracket close, press enter. So the simple interest for 100 days at 5% interest on the principal amount 15,000, the simple interest is 205 rupees point 5. Okay, so this is the variation in the simple interest. Okay, I hope you have understood how we have calculated this example of simple interest in the Excel sheet. Now we'll take one more example. This is the example of Mr. Rohan. Mr. Rohan took a loan from his banker of rupees 1 lakh for a period of 5 years. The rate of interest is 5% per annum. Okay, for per year, 5% interest is there. Now what we have to find means find the simple interest amount and his total repayment at the end of 5 years. Now the previous example was of investment, means Mr. A has invested 15,000. Here in this example, Mr. Rohan has took a loan from bank of rupees 1 lakh for 5 years. We have to calculate for 5 years what is the rate simple interest, and at the end of the 5 years total how much money Mr. Rohan is going to pay to the banker. Okay, so 1 lakh is what the loan which he has taken, that is what it will be called as the principal. Okay, 1 lakh rupees he has taken the loan. Now at what rate he has taken the loan? At 5%. Okay, he has taken the loan at 5%. Now for how many years he has taken? 5 years. Now what is his simple interest? Is equals to bracket, select principal, that is 1 lakh, click on the amount value. Okay, then multiplication sign, 5% interest, multiplication sign, 5 years, bracket close, press enter. So total simple interest on the principal amount of 1 lakh at 5% interest for 5 years, simple interest is 25,000. So we have calculated simple interest. Now second, what we have to find? We have to find his total repayment at the end of 5 years. Means at the end of 5 years, how much amount along with his principal and simple interest, how much amount he is paying to the bank. So total repayment. To find total repayment is what? Principal plus interest. So is equals to sign. Principal value is 1 lakh plus the simple interest. Type, press enter. So at the end of 5 years, the Mr. Rohan is going to pay to the bank 1,25,000. Okay, that means he has took a loan of 1 lakh, but extra 25% he is paying to the bank. That extra is nothing but the interest which he is paying to the bank for using 1 lakh rupees for 5 years. Okay, so in this way I hope you have understood this example, how we have calculated simple interest and the total repayment amount for Mr. Rohan. Okay, so in this way students, you have to calculate simple interest in the Excel sheet. I hope you have understood today's session. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share the video, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the latest notification.